don't you tell me what the story about Grandpa Ralph and his ship getting blown up or lost, or how did he originally get declared dead in the war?
Oh, why don't you come over here and get me straight on? I think you get a better picture than all this stuff in it.
Yeah, I think so. Sit over here where Bobby was sitting. They need a wider chair. That's why I was sitting there.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I really don't know what year it was. I imagine it was probably late 1943 or early 1944.
Okay.
And Mother came down, kids and I in the neighborhood were up working in our victory garden up by the Methodist Church in Longview. And Mother came up and was in quite a fluster, and she told me to get in the car. And we went out to Granddad Warrens's, which was about 2.5 miles west of Longview, known as a farm. And she had received a notice from the Navy that Dad was reported to be on the ship that was torpedoed that morning, or several days before that, and that they had had no further reports on him. So he was considered to be missing in action. This went on, probably for maybe 10 days, 2 weeks, and she got a letter dated written after when he was supposed to disappear. So she contacted the Navy Service Bureau, and they traced it down, and he had left on a PBY flying boat the morning that the ship had been torpedoed, but he was still showing on the duty roster, and hadn't got around to showing that he had left the duty roster yet, and he was back to his base and didn't know anything about it. So
didn't know that he had been declared dead.
He didn't know that he'd been declared missing in action anyway.
Did he ever talk about that ship, or what had his experience why he was quote unquote missing in action?
Well, he did a lot of flying with the PBYs, and he went into various bases that didn't have a chaplain, and he landed on several notorious Guadalcanal and several of the other places. He got battle ribbons because he was still there during the occupation, or during the time of battle. He got ribbons for it. He said he got them cheap, so he didn't have to land. He said they took him in. But he had services for the community services and the like for the troops there. And he flew pretty well all over there with these patrol bombers. They could land on the water, and they were flying. They called them flying boats. So
wow.
His job when they landed was to take dowel pins and take a pencil sharpener and sharpen them up and stick them in the holes where the rivets came out of the plane when they landed.
Keep it going. And
when they hit the water to land, they knocked the rivets out of the skin of the thing, and his job was to stick the dowel pins into the holes to keep the water from coming in until they got back and could fix them.
Scary. Scary.